Ben,
Hi.
will you set up my router?
Yeah.
So today we got a new router. It is time for me to retire my old Apple Airport Express. That's right, the Airport Express, the size of the old Apple TV. So, based on Ben's recommendation, we got the GL-AXT1800 Slate AX router. And we've got a trade show coming up in Florida this weekend where if we want to purchase the internet from said show, it'll be like $700. So this is my new travel router, and who better to set it up than our own in-house IT person,
Well.
Ben. Which, just in case you're wondering about that credential, what is Ben working on right now? That's what's up on the integration computer. What is this, Ben?
It's a LED driver for LED tape. Very overkill, but necessary.
Because why would LM use anything on the market when you can design something yourself? All right, Ben, show the folks at home why the GL-AXT1800 router is cool and set it up so that we can tether an iPhone to it.
Okay. It's cool because it comes in a black box.
If it was Apple, it would be a white box.
It would be, but that's why it's cool.
Apple would be brave enough to put it in a white box.
The courage.
So
Ooh.
we do install these things often when we have entertainment things or in-ear racks or any of that kind of stuff. So basically, what you can do with this thing is power it via USB-C, which is nice. This little USB 3.0, you can tether your phone to it so that the you're not using your phone as the router and also access point, which is quite nice. When LM historically did trade shows, when they had booth power or when we do booth internet, we just bring either my laptop or a Mac Mini and tether the phone directly to that and then do internet sharing. But I just thought this would be a good excuse for a new travel router to carry in my work box because although the Airport Express is still working, it is a bit long in the tooth, as they say. So the other cool thing about these GL-AXT1800 routers is this little button right here that has a little mode switch on it. So you can make it a bridge or a repeater, or you can shut the Wi-Fi signal off so that you're not double natting. And it's configurable on the IP level that is pretty easy. So thanks to Ben and also to my buddy Mike for turning us on to the GL-AXT1800 routers. I am certainly a late adopter of them to carry one personally, even though we've been installing them for the past couple of years. And I think this thing is what, like $200 from Uncle Jeff?
I don't remember how much this one costs, but they even make ones that are cheaper. I have one that's like $30. It's great. I love it.
Well, I am a Unify Ubiquity fanboy, and they used to have the little ERX router that was $55, but post-COVID, I haven't seen one of those things in the wild. So in case you're wondering what Ben is plugging into, pardon the messy desk. Again, never trust anybody with a clean desk. This is an LM Tour Systems configurable power supply. This is 2U with 4 Decora punches and 2 power cons, so that anything we have to plug in on our bench has a variety of gendered USB outlets. So do you want C? Do you want A? And Ben has taken the bold move to use the built-in power supply versus using the Leviton outlet mounted in a rack now. So, you know.
Well, testing it out because it's brand new.
At least we really trust our products that we build here, custom per order, overkill, and overly expensive at LM cases.
Is it over expensive? It's not.
No.
No.
Ben and I both drive really expensive cars. Like thousands of dollars a month. Car payments.
I wish.
Ben and I eat the most expensive food at every restaurant, stuffed with the second most expensive.
I'm going to plug this into the computer.
What are you doing?
We can set it up with the Ethernet.
We have Ethernet in the rack.
But where's the computer patched in?
Computer's patched directly into the wall.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, but so is MDF20.
No. I want this plugged into the router. I mean, into the computer.
Oh, for config.
Yeah.
I see what you're up to. See, this is why Ben does IT things. I'm just an IT poser.
There we go. So we'll prop this up here so that
for better signal.
It's visible. Let's see here.
So on a Mac, what are you doing?
Going to a browser, and then just going to 192.168. Let's see, what is it?
So it says on the bottom what its IP address is?
Yeah, so 8.1 right there.
So for those of you unfamiliar with this procedure of logging in with an IP address, what did you do?
I just went to a browser and I typed the IP address that was on there into the browser. Sorry about that.
Created your first warranty claim?
Yep. And then there's a little web server on here that runs the configuration, so you can just do it easily through a computer.
So when you get to the default screen here, it automatically prompts you to set up an admin.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a new password, which we're gonna blur out for a second. What are you making your password?
Right now I'm just making it Billy !
It's not gonna be
working.
It's not gonna be UBNT.
No.
That's a unified joke.
That was not working.
Will you make it Funkifiz? FUNKIFIZ. Alright, so we created a password and this is our screen.
Yes.
So how are you gonna set this up, Ben?
So you want it to tether off of your phone's internet?
Correct.
So we're going to I can't read it.
Oh, sorry.
It's tethering. Oh, we're going to do tethering.
So do you set it up so that it's tethering all the time, or do you have to config this per...
Well, we can do the switch thing so we could have it normal.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. That's very cool.
Okay, let's see here. Clients. Oh, I think we have to plug it in. To be able to set it up. There we go.
So we're going to use the USB jack on the back. So I don't know who's more or less brave, GL-AXT or Apple.
Trust. Oh, you have to Face ID it?
Alright. So, if we go to Billy LaGuardia's iPhone, I guess we'll just turn our personal hotspot on and let that go.
Okay.
And does it see it?
There it is. Ethernet 3 iOS.
Oh, sick.
Connect. And it applied. So I think it's working already.
Check the computer. See if it sees a Wi-Fi network.
Well, no, I wouldn't see Wi-Fi. It's through the Ethernet.
Oh, so we have to make a Wi-Fi network.
No, it has through the Ethernet cable. So we'll just go to Amazon. There you go. Yep.
Sick. So let's make a Wi-Fi network, and then we'll program the switch, so that you can either switch it to Tether or TX Power
Modify.
Max.
What do you want your Wi-Fi name to be?
Just call it Billy's Network.
Okay.
Ben.
Yes.
This is a good opportunity. What is the difference between a 5G and a 2.4G Wi-Fi network? Why would you use one over the other?
So 5G has a theoretically higher bandwidth or throughput bandwidth, so you can have higher data rates across it, but it won't go through walls as much. So if you have your Wi-Fi antenna across your house and you want to use it on the other end, and you're connected to 5G, you might get a bad reception.
So is that why we in audio using routers and such live use the 2.4 gigahertz network instead of the 5?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah. Although I end up using the 5 gigahertz a lot unless
Do you really?
I can't.
I actually use 2.4 all the time.
Really? I don't know why. Maybe it's just placebo effect, but I think it runs a little bit better.
I made a comment about that in one of my videos, and somebody was like, "Oh my God, why aren't you using 5?" I'm like, "Well, the wavelength is actually longer on the 2.4, and it is better connectivity."
Yeah.
Again, I've used both 5 and 2.4 and have not noticed any difference. But that being said, just as a force of habit, I use 2.4.
Okay. So the Wi-Fi is set up. And
Ben's got his foldy phone.
My
flex.
foldy phone. We're gonna do that. So
Whoa. Take that, Apple. Apple's not even close to brave enough to do that.
Billy's network, and then the password.
Oh, you didn't program that?
No, I figured we'd just use that one.
Oh,
Unless you don't want to.
it's very secure.
We can change it after.
What happens if the people watching this video are in the same room as me and they log on to my Wi-Fi network
We're living dangerously, Billy.
and do crazy fishing things to not only docks, but fish? Fishing from the docks.
I am on Billy's network now.
Whoa.
So my phone is now getting internet through Billy's phone. There we go. I got internet.
So if we disconnect my phone
If we
via the USB, or even there, that works also.
Oh.
Does it work, or do we have to flip the switch
Here, well, I'll just unplug
to
it.
make it assignable? Because the switch isn't assigned, right? We have to assign that.
Yeah, we have to set that up.
In audio world, this is like setting up the tap delay button on the console. No one really knows how to do it. Although it's way easier now than it used to be.
Yeah.
I used to have a piece of paper that I carry around with me, or that I took a picture of on my phone to say how to set up profile or SC48 user assigned buttons. Behringer stuff is easy.
Here we go.
Oh, there you go. Toggle. How'd you do that? So you're in toggle button settings,
System toggle button settings.
and this is left or right.
Oh, it can't. Oh, it's only for a function. It's not for switching between.
I'm sorry, is Tor one of the options on there?
Yes.
The
We're gonna go Tor.
dark web. Ben, why would one want a Tor functionality on their router?
For fun purposes. We'll go with that.
On the dark web.
The dark.
All right, so regardless, really, if it's an Ethernet or a USB, you don't have to toggle any switch. The router will automatically detect what its technical WAN is.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it does. It's just automatic.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So this thing's set up?
Yeah, I think so.
So, all right, so in raw footage, we just crested the 16-minute mark. I don't know what the edited video is going to be, but anyway, that's how you set up the GL-INET router for, I guess, audio applications and general internet tethering, etc., etc. So if you have any questions, drop a comment below. Thanks for stopping by.
Goodbye.
Catch you guys in the next one.